Okay, picture this. Hulk's hand closes around Tony's nano-gauntlet in Endgame, and the universe flinches before he even snaps. Everyone sees the same thing on the surface: green rage, blinding light, a ruined arm. But something else breaks underneath. Because what if the real price of Hulk's snap wasn't his body, or even Natasha, but literally half the universe inside him? We're at the Avengers Compound, 2023. Rain on shattered glass, the team circling Bruce like planets around a very nervous sun. Tony's suits have assembled the Stark Gauntlet. The stones hum like caged storms, and Banner says that quiet line, almost reassuring himself. He tells them his body's mostly gamma anyway, like he was built for this, trying to turn horror into a science problem. Rocket's checking readings, Thor's pretending not to be terrified, Scott's muttering about tacos, and Clint just stares, thinking about a farm and dust. In our timeline, he snaps. Birds return, phones ring, and then Thanos' ship deletes the moment with a missile from the sky. But roll the tape slower. Inside the light, inside the stones themselves, and Hulk isn't just channeling power, he's somewhere else. Like Thanos after Wakanda, Bruce drops into that orange, endless Soulworld. Feet sinking into glowing water, silence pressing tighter than any Hulkbuster. He looks up, expecting maybe one figure, Natasha on that lonely horizon. But instead he sees shapes. Billions of them, flickering like distant embers. Every person who turned to dust on that first snap, every life paused mid-breath, floats there, waiting to be pulled back through him. A voice ripples through the water, not quite Natasha, not quite anyone. More like the universe using her memory as a mask. Bruce, it says, and his shoulders drop because of course it chose her. Do you understand what you're asking these stones to do? He steps forward, water glowing radioactive green around his knees. Bring them back. All of them. Everyone Thanos erased. That's the deal. The Soulworld flickers, and for a second he sees Vormir's cliff, Natasha falling in endless slow motion, that horrible choice burned into cosmic film. A soul for a soul, the voice reminds him, echoing Red Skull, echoing Gamora. Her sacrifice anchors this power. It cannot be undone. Bruce grits his teeth, eyes wet, Hulk just beneath the surface. Then take it from me. Take whatever you want. Just send them home. And here's the price no one on that battlefield will ever see. The Soul Stone doesn't take his life, it takes his silence. Every erased soul surges through him at once. 5 years of nothingness screaming across his nerves, etching their absence into his mind forever. He slams back into reality as the gauntlet fries his arm, alarm screaming, but inside his skull, it's billions of whispers. Outside, Scott shouts that it worked, birds flutter past shattered windows, and Bruce just gasps. I tried, Nat, before the missiles fall. The compound erupts, concrete folding like paper, and Hulk's shattered arm still clings to the gauntlet as consciousness flickers, voices clawing to stay. Under the rubble with Rocket and Rhodey, when he's lifting an entire building, he isn't just holding weight, he's holding returning lives. Every straining muscle feels someone's name, someone's last thought pressing back through him, begging him not to drop them a second time. After the battle, while everyone gathers around Tony's lake funeral, Bruce sits a little apart, sling on, eyes somewhere nobody else can see. Clint walks over, grief in every step, starts to say, "Did you see her?" And Bruce physically cannot force the words out. Because how do you tell a man who lost everything that his best friend died twice? Once on Vormir, once echoing through your veins. Later, at that new Asgard-style diner, the kids asking for selfies don't see it, but his smile is armor welded over a screaming choir. Smart Hulk jokes about time travel, dabs on camera, but notice how he never talks about what it actually felt like to snap. Our theory says he can't, not really. The Soulstone branded a non-disclosure agreement directly into his neurons, enforced by unending cosmic survivor's guilt. Think about Shang-Chi's post-credit scene. Bruce back in human form, arm still in a sling, obsessing over the Ten Rings' mysterious signal. What if that signal feels familiar to him? Not as tech, but as rhythm, like the same frequency that pulsed through Soulworld's glowing ocean. Now imagine multiverse cracks in Loki, strange ripping realities, America Chavez punching star portals, and somewhere Bruce pauses mid-lecture, shivers, like hearing echoes again. Because once you've been the doorway for half the universe, every new tear in reality probably feels like someone tugging on old scar tissue. But the cruelest part is still Natasha, right there at the center of all this. The one soul the stones refuse to reroute. Bruce knows, down to his atoms, that her fall on Boromir is baked into the code now, a fixed constant in infinity math. So you get this brutal image of him at the lake one night, long after Tony's funeral, staring at ripples that aren't his. Reflections shimmer, and for a second the water shows faces: a kid from Queens, a Wakandan soldier, a woman dusted mid-hug at an airport. He whispers, "I'm sorry it took so long," and 1,000 overlapping voices answer, some thankful, some furious he returned them to a broken world. Then, softer than the rest, Natasha cuts through like a clear radio signal in static. "It was worth it. Let it go, Bruce." He closes his eyes, knowing the Soul Stone might just be borrowing her voice again, but deciding, finally, to believe her anyway for once. In our original timeline, Hulk's snap is a plot beat. Here, it's a lifelong sentence, a promise to remember what oblivion felt like. So what do you think? Would you carry that burden for everyone, or trade it away and risk losing them again? Hit comments. Assemble.